One of the most exciting and fun things that Icelanders do is often going away to a cabin during the weekend. Not everybody, but many of them. And so I'm going to take you along a little journey with me as we head off to a little getaway and some fun things that you can do in the area of West Iceland.
This is the lovely mountain Esa. As you drive to the west, you get this gorgeous view and it's autumn colors. So we're staying in Skorradalur, which is a lovely location, as you'll see, with the water and the mountains, and we're just about to arrive to the cabin.
Alright, so we made it to Ásgarður, which is our cabin for the next couple of days, so come on. For those who don't know, Ásgarður is the home of the good. Let's see if it lives up to that expectation. There's the lake right here. Of course, there's a hot tub right there. A shower, outdoor shower, and now for the cabin itself. I've already, unlocked it through the lockbox. Shoes on. Yeah, it's nice and cozy. There's a room here, bathrooms here, another room there, and kitchen, dining space. So, yeah, it's beautiful. Awesome. It's only an hour away, so that's awesome as well because nice quick getaway, and yet you feel like you're almost out in the middle of nowhere.
While there are other cabins around, this is a view of the one that I'm staying in. You can see that there's plenty of space from the other surrounding buildings.
This is amazing, being in a hot tub, this view. And of course, there are other things that are really fun to do around here. We just got here in the evening, so we're enjoying the lovely warm water. And then tomorrow we'll do some adventures to show you what's in the Reykholt area. But I highly recommend, if you're going to be visiting Iceland and you want to do experiences like this, to rent a car, which brings me to the sponsor of this episode, which is Go Car Rental Iceland. And if you use my code Iceland10, you can save 10% on your rental car cost, which will save you a good chunk of change. So definitely make sure you use that. Link is in the description. And yeah, I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the rest of this evening.
This would be a great area for seeing the northern lights. Unfortunately for us, it was quite cloudy, so no northern lights, but still the view is fantastic.
All right, góðan daginn. It is the next day and it is beautiful outside. It's really warm in this cabin as well because the sun shines directly in the front. And so even though we have the heaters on, we've had to turn them down and open the windows. But I'll take it. It is October in Iceland and I'm roasting in a summer cabin. Love it. About to make some pancakes and then head out after that. Just do a couple of stops. This is really meant to be a relaxing and chill couple of days, but there are some fun things in the area that I'll show you that I've actually done in another video for the winter, but now you can see it in fall and just enjoy the scenery.
Here's a view that I woke up to, which was amazing. As you can see, it frosted overnight. So we had a little bit of ice, but all of that was gone by the middle of the day, just because the way the season is. And pancakes, these are vegan pancakes that I made, and really simple recipe. If anybody wants it, I can put it in one of the comments and maybe pin it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I haven't made these pancakes in years, but they came out great. Granted, I had to over pour a little bit because I forgot how much I needed to pour. But I also had some Beyond sausage, which went really well with these pancakes. And then the end result was quite delicious. So I'll show that in a minute. There are still some fall colors popping out. As you can see, it's dying down a bit as we're rolling into winter, but also just this whole view of the lake and the mountains, and of course the colors of the other cabins. But now it's time to do a little exploration of the West. First stop is in Reykholt at Snorrastova, which is a culture center and exhibition about the famous medieval writer, politician, and so on, Snorri Sturluson, and his exhibition is underneath Reykholts Kirkja, which is that church you see there, which literally means the Church of Reykholt. So we made it to Snorrastova, which is right behind me. However, there's a sign on the door that says that they're closed today because of illness. So I don't think there's very many people who are able to run this because it's out here in Reykholt. So unfortunately, I can't show you that part of the museum, but it is really fascinating, and I do recommend checking this out if it's open when you come. But we'll just go over to Snorri's pool and a little bit around the area so you can see that. To make it easy to navigate around the area, there are stations like this where there's a map and numbers so you can find the places where you want to go next. There is a statue of the famous Snorri Sturluson, and we are making our way over, walking to Snorralaug, or Snorri's private pool. What's really fascinating about Snorri Sturluson is that, at least in ancient texts, he is one of the most famous Icelanders, being a politician, an author of one of the Eddas. Is pretty incredible. And of course, a chieftain. He had tons of money back in the day, and so this pool was his private pool. So in Iceland, bathing in hot water was something some people would do, but honestly, going to like pools and hot tubs was not popular until the early 1900s. So it's not as if everyone was having their own pool like Snorri. It's very special in this way. And that door over there actually leads, or was said to have led, in a tunnel to his farm, so he could have a private passageway to his lovely pool here, which is pretty cool if you think about it. And we're not allowed to bathe in it because it could be extremely hot, so you get to come and take a look and admire it, but unfortunately not take a dip. Let's go take a look in this tunnel. Ah. I don't like scary things, so if it's kind of dark, I might not go all the way in. Ooh. Yeah, but it's cut off there, but still, yeah, very low. Can you see so? From the inside? So yeah, in the back there, it's totally cut off with like rocks and wood. But this is at least an idea of how he might have walked through to come and be able to enjoy his little private bath. Another stop that is really close to Snorri's pool is called Skripla, and this is a hot spring, and literally what you're seeing there with those stones and that kind of exhaust is this hot spring that provides hot water to so many homes and those greenhouses behind it. If you have the time, I highly recommend just walking around the area. There's another smaller church behind the bigger Reykholt Kirkja. There's a graveyard. There's just like interesting things in this area that kind of allow you to get some fascinating history and a nice walk-in. All right, on to the next stop. I was wondering, I'm driving a BMW X3 from Go Car Rental Iceland, and here's a little bit of the interior. Coming up are some beautiful waterfalls that I've shown what they look like in the winter time, and these are specifically Hraunfossar and Barnafoss. I have a link to the video that I did with my mom to these waterfalls because they are really beautiful in different seasons. So after doing a little bit of adventuring, come to Netto, which is just a supermarket here in Iceland, specifically in Borgarnes. Pick up a couple of things for food,
and brownies. Gonna try and make some brownies, even though I'm having a hard time finding a good vegan egg replacer. But still, and then we're just gonna go chill, make some food, and enjoy being in the cabin for the last night.
Just never know what you're gonna see in Iceland. Like this adorable dog that was poking out the window. Couldn't help but capture it. And for the brownies, the vegan substitute egg that I came up with, at least from the internet, was smashed banana. And then I had some vegetables that I was just cooking, another bit of Beyond Meat sausage because I had that. And this is peanut satay sauce that I made. Super simple ingredients and just nice and sizzling Beyond Meat sausage and the whole like lineup of food. And this is what the end result looked like in terms of the dish. It was super tasty. Of course, the brownies were out of this world, super fudgy and delicious.
Well, that was my lovely getaway to a cabin, and honestly, I would definitely stay more days in the future. It was very relaxing, the views were great, and having this getaway also, in my opinion, is nice when you're just looking for somewhere sort of close to the city, but not so much that you feel like you're kind of, you know, out in the sticks, if you will. But definitely remember to use my code Iceland10 to save 10% on your car rental, which gives you the freedom to do trips like this, to go and see some of the sites or in the surrounding area if you feel like it, or just to relax. Like, having a car, as I've mentioned in previous videos, is one of those things that provides a lot of freedom in Iceland. And now that the weather is turning more into winter, there are studded tires on the car, so you have the ability to have more traction out on these country roads. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.